Okay, in this lesson you will learn how to find slope from a graph, a table, and 2 points. Okay, so in order to find slope, well, slope is the rise over the run. Okay, so when we're graphing, when we're talking about rise, we mean going up and down, and run is going left and right. Okay, so a positive slope, if you're at your starting point, you can rise up and run to the right. Okay, if we're talking about negative, there's 2 ways we can do it. We can rise up and run left, or we can rise down and run right. Okay, so the reason that this works is because if I was going to draw a line that's a negative slope, here would also be a negative slope. Okay, if I go back up to the positive, I can see that I'm increasing, it's a positive slope. Okay, so to find the slope from 2 points, we're going to use the equation right here. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so I can simply label my first set of points as x1, y1. It's my first set. And my second set as x2, y2. So then all I have to do is fill in. For y2 I have 1. For y1 I have negative 2. Okay? Then my x2 is 4, and my x1 is negative 2. Okay, whenever I have 2 negatives, I add. So 1 plus 2 is 3, and 4 plus 2 is 6. My slope, I can simplify to 1/2. Okay, so here if we want to graph the slope of 3 over 6, I'm going to start at my y-intercept, and I'm going to rise 3. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to run 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here I am on my line, okay? If I was to simplify this, and my slope would be 1/2. If I started at my y-intercept and I rose 1, run 2. Still going to be here on my line, okay? I'm going to cross this one off because the graph is incorrect here. If I want to find slope from a table, I need to figure out the change in y. This little delta sign means change. So I need the change in y over the change in x. So I want to look at what's happening. Well, here 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, so I'm adding 2 each time. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 plus 2 is 11. Okay, so the change in y, m is equal to the change in y, which is 2, over the change in x. Let's see what's happening with the x's. Negative 2 to 1, I'm adding 1. Okay, here I'm adding 1 to get to 0. I'm adding 1. Okay, this part can be tricky. Look at, see the negative values are increasing to positive values, so it's over 1. So my slope is 2 over 1, which can also be written as 2.